Yo, what's goody? I'm Wavy. All right, this one here is a follow-up. Previously, I made a video on Fani Willis that she allegedly had a relationship with one of the prosecutors in her office, Nathan Wade, who was put on head of the Trump RICO case trial in Fulton County for the whole voting interference or election interference or whatever they call it, denying an election, whatever they said, whatever BS they made up. Anyway, she had come under a lot of scrutiny because people were alleging she had an intimate relationship with Nathan Wade, a whole entanglement because he was going through a divorce. The timeline isn't 100% sure, but what is 100% sure, now she has admitted to having a relationship with the prosecutor on the Trump RICO case. You know, and I got a couple clips and stuff like that. Let me back up real quick. This one is going to be from a few weeks ago. At the beginning of the year, she was at a church giving like a 35-minute sermon where she tried to get out in front of it. You know, she tried to make it look like it was all race related and why is Nathan Wade being looked into as opposed to the other prosecutors that she hired. And this is her just trying to get out in front of it so that she could claim victim, you know, get black people, emotionally invested black people behind her. And especially, you know, the churchgoers, you know, that are going to have a little bit more empathy. You know, this is a woman that's being attacked. Why are they? Let's get to the clip.
Paid them all the same hourly rate. They only attacked one. I hired one white woman, a good personal friend and great lawyer. A superstar, I tell you. I hired one white man, brilliant, my friend, and a great lawyer. And I hired one black man, another superstar, a great friend, and a great lawyer. Oh Lord, they gonna be mad when I call them out on this nonsense.
Yeah, so there you see, she's trying to make it seem like they only had an issue with Nathan Wade. They didn't look into the other two prosecutors that were hired. All right, let's get into some of the story. And this is now after it's all come out. So that video was from before everything came out, you know, and she was denying it. She tried to get out and play victim. What if it didn't come out? What other shady things are taking place in Fulton County that has just not come to light yet? You know, but back to the story. So she asked the judge to reject the motions from Trump and other co-defendants that seek to disqualify her and her office from the case, and to do so without an evidentiary hearing. Willis denied claims of misconduct and said there was no evidence that the relationship between her and the special prosecutor Nathan Wade had prejudiced the case. All right, meanwhile, y'all taking trips everywhere, y'all flying everywhere, y'all doing what adults do, and you hire him, give him a whole bunch of extra money, but there's no special interest. I'm pretty sure he's paying for the trips and everything. You know, I've made a previous video where I went over all of the flight records and everything. All right. The filing included a sworn affidavit from Wade, who said there was no personal relationship between him and Willis prior to or at the time he was appointed. And it's come through that even her appointing him did not go through the right channels. You know, there's a certain process that it should have gone. Even allegedly, there were corners cut. So they're saying Wade's affidavit said that in 2022, him and Willis developed a personal relationship in addition to the professional association and friendship. So, you know, Mike Roman and the Trump team, they're looking to have, you know, Mike Roman was the first one to level the allegations of misconduct. They're trying to have the whole thing dismissed, you know, but as I previously said, I think that all of that would do is start it all up again, or I don't know, would they have to start it up in a different county? I think right now it rests on the judge to make the decision, which is going to be, which is scheduled for February 15th. All right. And I'm just going, okay, well, here it is right here. All right. The fate of the Georgia case now falls to Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee, who has scheduled an evidentiary hearing on the allegations for February 15th. But even if he ruled for Willis and cancels that hearing, the headlines will continue. So I think her public image is tarnished, just because she got out in front of it and just lied so much, But let's continue a couple more clips.
The black man I chose has been a judge more than 10 years, run a private practice more than 20, represented businesses in civil litigation. I ain't done, y'all. Served as a prosecutor, a criminal defense lawyer, special assistant attorney general. Won Chief Justice Robert Benham Award from the State Bar of Georgia. They ain't just giving this to black men. How come God, the same black...
She's trying to get the black people. Listen to it when she says they ain't giving that to black men. That's right. Yeah.
State Bar of Georgia. They ain't just giving this to black men.
Like I said, this was her trying to jump out in front of it, thinking that it wouldn't come out. That she hasn't been all over the place using her name all over Atlanta, probably in the better neighborhoods, the few places where you can go, like, get a nice go to a nice dinner, go to the winery, like what they were doing and all that. They're gonna be in only certain places, and everybody in Atlanta is gonna know who she is. I don't know.
How come God, the same black man I hired, was acceptable when a Republican in another county hired him and paid him twice the rate? Oh, y'all ain't hear me. In another county, the elected official has the authority to pay him twice the rate. Why is the white male Republican's judgment good enough, but the black female Democrats not?
Why does it always come down to race, Playing the victim stuff, trying to get these people invested emotionally. All right, look, this is the breakdown of what the payments were, okay? 206. Okay, this is actually on the news station, all right? Okay, it was all broadcasted. All right, the first firm was paid about $73,000. The next firm was paid about $90,000 to $91,000. Wade's firm was paid $653,000, $880. What is she talking about? He was paid twice in a different county, twice the amount in a different county, the hourly rate. Look at it. We have the numbers, And that just shows how corrupt a lot of these politicians are. They will continue to lie and lie and lie and lie until their back is against the wall. They're caught and they will still continue to lie. So who's the real narcissist? Isn't that narcissistic behavior? You knew the information was coming out, and you try to go get people to just see the racial aspect of it. White Republicans are accusing a black Democratic woman, victim. Come on, man. Tired of that shit, man. Stick to the facts. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So now, once her back is up against the wall, all the information has come out. She no longer could play BS with us.
Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis has acknowledged a personal relationship with the special prosecutor she hired in the Georgia election interference case against former President Donald Trump. In a new court filing, Willis is asking a judge to reject motions from Trump and other co-defendants that seek to disqualify her and her office from the case. Willis insists her relationship with prosecutor Nathan Wade, quote, does not amount to a qualifying conflict of interest requiring her to recuse herself. Fulton County District.
But you paid him more. You paid him more. You're taking trips with him. You guys are both working together on this case, but there's no conflict of interest. You guys have a whole side relationship, and that's like going into a courtroom. The judge and the prosecutor are both getting it on. How are things gonna work out for you if you're the one whose fate is determined by them, regardless of whatever your attorney says? All right, so Fani Willis admits relationship with prosecutor but denies legal conflict. Okay, and this is what I'm talking about. All right, association and friendship. Okay, the other one was by WAPO. This one's by MSNBC. Okay. Let me just make sure. So they admitted to a personal relationship. That's important because the mere fact of a personal relationship wouldn't necessarily result in a legal conflict. Conflict arises when a prosecutor has a personal interest or a stake in a defendant's conviction. Willis's filing observes the sworn statement that Wade's hiring didn't stem from his personal relationship with Willis and that she hasn't financially benefited from his hiring cut against the conflict claim. But if y'all are taking trips and you paid him a whole bunch of extra money, I don't know. I'm not an attorney. Y'all let me know. Would that be enough for a conflict of interest because of their personal relationship in which he did financially benefit? I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I'm trying to read this and understand from it the best I can. Okay. But the judge will make a decision on February 15th regarding this case and if with the hearing. Okay. And know more about how this moves forward. I think Fani Willis kind of in the public eye has kind of diminished a lot of what she was trying to do. I don't know if it'll hurt her as much in the YSL case, but I know that in this case, a lot of people are going to look at it because she lied. You know, people were asking her about it and she was trying to play the victim like they're just looking into a black man, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, she knew all along what it was. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of politicians just lying us. And we see it every day. Not just Fani Wilson. She's a DA. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But I'm sure she has aspirations of being a politician, with how aggressively she's going after some of these cases. And she should have known that if you're going to go after President Donald Trump or former President Donald Trump, that you're going to have to make sure you have a clean background. Cross your T's and dot your I's. Everything needs to be immaculate because everybody is going to look into your background. And this wasn't hard to find, but if you stuck around this long in the video, I'm interested to know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. What do y'all think about this whole situation? Do you think it has nothing to do with the case? And even if they had a relationship, it didn't start until after the case was underway or the filings had already moved along. And, if they wanted to start a relationship, so what? They're two consenting adults and that's perfectly fine. If you think that they're just attacking a black woman and trying to make an example out of an ambitious black woman that's doing everything the right way. She's trying to move from DA. She's cracking down on crime. She's trying to clarify the whole Trump RICO case situation and push all of that? Or do you think Fani Willis, her hands are dirty and I don't know what else it's dirty in? She's going after President Trump for something that isn't even that big a deal, and you're going after him on RICO charges. All right, you're showing us what you really think and the corruption that she's really about, and we're seeing it all the time. Even from the YSL case, hearing stuff I've heard alleged in that case, to now seeing this where you're paying this man way more than you're paying the other people. Way more. And this is in 1 year. Okay, this is not over her whole, how much she's paid him throughout his tenure. Okay, this is in 1 year. And then we see all the receipts for the trips and everything, So I want to know what y'all think about that. And with my final clip, I gave it away kind of. In my country right now, the biggest thing going on right now is Carnival. So yes, I'm going to show a little bit of what's going on, the party scene and everything, the atmosphere, the vibes, that sweet thing. But I can't play too much music because I'm not trying to get copyright. But yeah, as you can see, they're all down there having a blast, having a time. I get adult responsibilities, so I can't do too much of this. I wish I could go. But yeah, blessings. Y'all be blessed, have fun, be easy, and stay wavy.